This is David with High Performance Stoicism. I want to talk to you about our Stoics pushovers. There are a few passages in Stoicism that catch our eye because there's a strong recommendation not to respond to insults and even not to respond to blows. That is, getting hit in the face, getting kicked, and so on. Epictetus says if someone comes to you and says, this person just insulted you, make no defense, but say, the only reason they said that is because they didn't know all my other flaws. Interesting response. And Musonius Rufus says, basically, you're supposed to be someone who despises death if you're a philosopher. That is, you look down upon death as not as big a deal as most people think it is. So what good are you as a philosopher if you don't despise insults and blows? So the idea is you should be able to take a blow, take a hit, take an insult, and I think the Stoics are right, but I want to explain why they believe this. One simple reason for not responding to an insult and not defending yourself, one simple reason for not striking someone back is because you are practicing self-control. You are practicing courage. So if some bozo slaps you or something, should you go ballistic on them? Should you go wild on them and start beating them down? And the answer, I would say, is if you're practicing your self-control, it's as simple as no, you should not. If I strike this person back, what am I saying? I'm saying, in many cases, what other people think about this is more important than what I think about this. Same with a jerk insulting you. And it's especially important if something they're saying is getting to you, there's some element of truth in what they're calling you, that's when you should definitely focus on not your comeback, but not doing anything back. So it could be because you're practicing stoicism, and especially temperance or self-control. Another reason not to do these things is because you're starting to believe Stoic value theory, which means the only good thing is virtue. The only good thing is if I am courageous, prudent, temperate, and just. And the only bad thing is if I am cowardly, imprudent, self-indulgent, and unjust. And so since I'm focused on that, someone's hitting me is not bad. As I put it, it's not even on the list. So you can't let it bother you because someone just saying something, spitting some words at me that other people are bothered by. If I am bothered by it, then I haven't really progressed in believing Stoic value theory. So that's the second reason not to respond. And the third reason not to respond is, remember, in the Stoic view, if you are a sage, you are, in a certain very important respect, godlike. And so think about how a god would respond if they were smacked by somebody. It wouldn't affect them at all. Think about how a god would respond if they were insulted. They would not so much as have any response at all. They would practically not hear it. So those are some reasons not to respond when someone insults you or someone attacks you. Now, are Stoics pushovers? That's where we have to ask a couple questions, which the Stoics don't talk about. When does it make sense to respond? Okay, here are two cases. Here's the first reason, the first kind of case in which you should respond to being insulted or should respond to a physical attack. You are training on how to defend yourself. You want to see how well you are doing physically. You are training your wits. So You want to see how good you do in a comeback yourself, but you're going to make sure that that's what it's about and not I am responding out of anger or because I think I'm going to look bad. Also, and this is actually a much more important reason for responding to a blow with a blow back to them or with somebody insulting you, insulting them back. There are certain things about the social situation which warrant it, which make it make sense. In other words, if you're enjoying yourself at a dinner party and someone is quite a nuisance, shutting them down early might be good for the social group. In a physical situation where you are protecting other people and this person might actually be a menace, it might be good to do something back to them, to strike them back or subdue them. And here's actually a third kind of case just for the physical situation. If you really determine that this person is a genuine danger to yourself and other people, and not just a loudmouth fool, in that case, it really might be the best thing to defend yourself right away. Now, the Stoics don't get into that, but they do believe in justice. They think it's wrong for someone to attack you, but just working on your understanding and belief in Stoic value theory, just working on your practices, Stoic practices, in my view, is not enough if there is a genuine danger there. So, the question, are the Stoics pushovers? I would say they might seem like that to people who have different value systems, just the value systems everybody else seems to have. Some jerk insults you, you should insult them back. Why? Why bring yourself to that person's level? And some fool who's actually ultimately not really harmful, should you attack that person back? I would say no, but let's see what you think. Like, subscribe, and tell me what you think below. We'll see you in the next video.